today, we're only gonna work on the eyes. I wanted to play around with this palette. It is the Moonlight Crystal palette by ATHR Beauty. I've had her for a while. I think I used her once. I'm sure you're familiar with ATHR Beauty, but they are a clean beauty brand. They also infuse their eyeshadows with crystals. This one in particular is infused with sapphires. And the reason why I wanted to use her is because she was in a bin recently in a video that I released where it was like a whole bunch of brand new makeup. So she was in a bin, but this is not new. I've had her for a while. And then on top of that, I used her once before. I think Cam ended up getting it on hand and I was afraid she'd break it because I really liked the palette. So I snatched it away from her and I put it in the basket because the basket was up high. And that is why it ended up in the basket. But the palette is really nice. And so there was some feedback on, well, the palette was no good in the comment section. And I was like, what do you mean? It's actually a really nice palette. So I figured, let me play around with her today and create something fun. I'm gonna go ahead and kind of blend out my clean canvas a little bit because it started creasing. It happens when you've had it on for quite some time. And girl, I had to kick Cam out of this room because she started tapping and kicking and fussing and doing the most. And for real, you guys must be proud. Look at that. Complete. I wiped this baby clean and now I have the brand new one that I can open. Anyway, let's play around with the eyes. I'm gonna grab a fluffy brush and I'm gonna dip into, you know what, this shade over here very lightly because look, she picked up so fast. I'm gonna tap out just in case. And I'm going, actually this brush is kind of bigger than what I wanted for the, but it's okay. We're gonna make it work. We always do, you know that. So let me tell you guys, I have, as usual, pure chaos. This channel should have been called Chaos Beauty. I should have called it Chaos Beauty because this is pretty much what it is literally every freaking day. So behind the scenes, I have contracts with certain brands and I'll film creative work for them to use in commercials and that kind of thing. A lot of times you guys have seen the commercials and send it to me thinking that a brand has stolen my content, but no, it's creative work that I do behind the scenes. It's contracted, I get paid for it, and that is one of the opportunities that you guys have allowed me to receive because all your support, all your love, you're hitting the like button, leaving comments. It definitely doesn't go unnoticed and brands look at that. So I was in that back table this morning trying to take advantage of the daylight because that was one of the requirements. I needed daylight for a product that I've been using for quite some time and I'm really enjoying. So what happens? Hold on, I'm grabbing an OFA brush. I'm gonna blend that edge out. So see how pigmented she is? Hello. So what happens? I'm filming and on the sign-up parts, it's fine. But then on the parts where I actually had to speak my testimony on how it feels and how I like the product, Cam started freaking out. You hear that tapping in the background? You guessed it. Pure chaos. So it's a lot. It's a lot. I think I'm going to end up just hiding in my car one day and filming an ad. That would be funny. But that's just what it is. So for today, I figured revisit a palette that a lot of people have because ATHR Beauty has been featured in Ipsy. Actually, no, not necessarily. I don't think BoxyCharm, but Ipsy for sure. And then on top of that, I wanted to make sure that I was speaking on the proper crystal. So I had to go onto the ATHR Beauty website to double check and make sure that it was actually sapphire, which is what I remembered. Girl, this palette is right now, it's $10. I don't know why, but it's $10 on their website. Maybe it's getting discontinued. I'm not sure, but if you're interested, I'm gonna link it down below and then you guys are able to snag it for 10 bucks. I was freaking shocked. I was like, what's wrong with the palette? It's so good. Look, I have my outer shade, I have my crease shade. It's really pigmented. Of course, you have to go in with a good primer. I think nowadays, most people use a really good primer. So I don't understand. All right, so that's it for that shade. I'm gonna set these to the side. I'm gonna grab a fluffy ATHR brush. I think I wanna go into this purpley shade here, which funny enough was brand new. I haven't even touched that one. And look, she picked up like a lot. So I'm gonna tap out and then I'm gonna tap this shade directly. I think that's enough for both eyes. Hold on. I'm gonna tap like so. And then I want to go lighter on the inner corner. I actually have on my skin under the foundation their Desert Sun Glow Oil. I'm going to tell you guys at the end of the video everything that I have on my face. But oftentimes people want to know like my blush, the lip combo and all of that. So I'll just tell you at the end what it is that I applied. So see, I'm not even like blending back and forth. I'm just tapping to blend that. taking the brush, I'm gonna flip it over. And then I'm gonna go into this like a frosty pink. It's like a frosty baby pink. And then I'm gonna tap that in here. As you can see, look how shimmery that is. That's enough. Blend that onto the purple. I'm gonna add a little more of that pink to make it extra brighter. I'm gonna use a really clean brush and I'm gonna kind of blend that outer edge up here. I think we're gonna probably, let me see, what color do we want to do? I'm probably gonna deepen this out here some more. Before I do that, I'm gonna take that brush and with whatever purple is left underneath, we're gonna smudge that under the eye. I've got a little bit of fallout, which kind of sucks sometimes, so I'm gonna do one of these. And then I'm gonna grab a BK Beauty 211. I'm debating, because I don't, well, you know what, let's go with this one, why not? Do me a favor, let me know in the comments section if you did not like this palette, why? Maybe the average feedback is that people don't like it, and that's why it's on sale for $10. Pigmentation is definitely not an issue, I'll tell you that much. I mean, hello. All right, now I'm just gonna round off here and slightly blend forward. I'm not gonna blend too much because I wanna keep that depth. And then that brush that was clean and we only like diffused the edge, I'm gonna use it on its side at an angle and I'm gonna diffuse that edge and I'm gonna pull out a little bit. So the thing is, it's clean beauty and it's infused with crystals, but it's not hard to work with. It's as simple as any other palette would be. All right, as I'm blending this out, let me give you guys a quick story time. Juan told me I should share this with you guys. He found it hilarious. We were watching a movie last night. Oh my God, what's the name of the movie? Kiki Palmer was in it. Oh my God, let me Google it. Hold on. All right, the name of the movie is called Nope. And we found it, I think we watched it on, I think it was on Amazon Movie, I think. Anyway, we started watching it. I love anything horror, alien. I'm like so into all of that, right? So I'm living for it. And I was not scared. Like, you know, Ty kind of got afraid. So she was like, I'm leaving. I'm not going to stay watching it. Fine. I stayed watching it. Juan stayed watching it. And in the end, I was like, you know what? Let me throw some like snacks in the air fryer. That way, you know, while we're watching the movie, we'll have some snacks. I had most of the snacks in the fridge in the garage. I go out there, as I usually do, thinking nothing of it, because I'm not afraid, right? I'm the tough one here. I can watch a scary movie and walk in the dark and I'm okay. Girl, I turned on the light. I walk into the garage. I open the freezer. As I'm pulling out snacks, I hear boom, pom, ping, ping, right? But it sounded like firecrackers from afar. It was fairly low, but still like in the same room with me. My instant reaction was, oh my God. I looked at the window thinking there's a freaking alien coming to get me. And then I was like, no, because it was in here. And then I look at the side door of the garage. It's like another exit way. I looked at the door to make sure that damn thing was locked because I was like, an alien's gonna come in here and steal me and kill me and probe me and all that mess. And then I realized it was actually coming from the light fixture. Apparently there's a bit of an issue there. Juan checked it yesterday. He was like, yeah, let's not turn that on. I'm gonna call an electrician. So I thought aliens were gonna come get me, okay? He thought it was hilarious. He made fun of me. It is what it is. He's not nice. Whatevs. I'm gonna grab my sponge with no additional product and I'm gonna like pull out. Y'all already know how we do that. Isn't that messed up? I went out there to get snacks and I got scared because I heard all this weird noisage. And then he very kindly called me a punk. All right, this is the kind of look that deserves the drama. So I'm gonna apply a black liner from beginning to end on the lower rim. I'm gonna tight line and then I'll go in and apply like a very thin black liner at the top. That way when I apply my falsies, it kind of fuses together and you can't tell the difference between where my lash line begins, where it ends, where's the falsie, like in between the lashes and stuff and all that jazz. All right, you guys, so I applied the liner and mascara along with some falsies and here is the completed look. So once again, I really think the formula is beautiful. I think the eyeshadows actually work. So I need you guys to let me know why you feel the way you feel about this ATHR Beauty palette. And for those of you who think it's pretty or interested in getting it, remember it's available at ATHR Beauty's website for just $10. Again, I'll be linking that below. I have a few other ATHR Beauty palettes that are stunning. There's one more that I have my eye on. I really want. I don't know. I think it's like an everyday, very me palette. But yeah, make sure you leave your feedback in the comment section. Let me tell you what I have on my face just in general. That way, if you're interested, at least you'll have the details. So again, to add some like hydration and some like glow to the skin, I went with their, what is it called? The Desert Sun Oil. This is really, really pretty. I'll pop some on the back of my hand just in case you're interested in it. It's gold, I know, but when you blend it in, it is not gold at all. And this also has beautiful crystals in it. Look how stunning that is. So it just adds that hydration and it's not gonna mess with your foundation, which is beautiful. Foundation. I told you guys I've been obsessed with the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk. So I went in with one pump of this one and I ended up getting beautiful coverage. For concealer, I used the Huda Beauty Faux Filter. It's actually really nice, so I'm not mad at her. To set the concealer, my little mixture of the pink and the nude of the Gerard Cosmetics powders. The brows. Girl, the brows. You guys have been so kind. Thank you for complimenting the brows. I'm still weirded out by them. I woke up and they were still like this. It kind of feels throughout the entire day as if I have a brow gel on, although I have nothing on the skin. I wiped it with a damp cloth thinking, you know, maybe in the morning it's gonna go back to normal. No, it did not. Like, they literally looked like this. So what I did was I went in with my Cub Brow by Benefit in number 6 and I gently filled it in. Your feedback was so helpful because I did notice like something was off and it was one brow was darker than the other after I had laminated my brows. It was a whole freaking thing, but we're here now. Do I love them? I still don't love them when they're filled in. I think it looks different, so I'm gonna have to get used to it, but I do really like the way it looks when there has no makeup on and I could just walk out the door with some sunglasses and my brows are looking good. So that's where we're at with the brows. For the cheeks, I use Merit Beauty's Flush Balm in Stockholm, which is really pretty. And again, because it is a balm, it adds that luminosity to the skin and it's not like super tacky or weird, but it just allows it to look hydrated, kind of glossy, but it's not emphasizing any of the dry patches you might have on your skin. Although I don't have any right now, I do have texture and it's not emphasizing that. So I really like this formula. And then for the lips. On the lips, I went in with the Bare Minerals Mineralist Lip Liner in, what's your name? Striking Spice. And then I went back in with Vintage Rose by Gerard Cosmetics because that's so freaking pretty. And I knew I wanted to go somewhat purple today. So I figured a pretty pinky nude combo would work. And it actually really did. All right, you guys, I hope you've enjoyed today's video while I do my makeup in my pajamas. If you've enjoyed the video, please make sure you hit that like button for me. It lets me know you're liking this type of content. And if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell. If you're interested in more content, girl, you do not need to leave. I have so much content already up on this channel for you. I know you're really gonna enjoy. And speaking of content, I feel like you're gonna enjoy. I'm gonna suggest 2 videos here on screen. I think you really will enjoy. So make sure you consider checking those out and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye guys.